UFC Belgrade goes down this weekend for the first time in Serbia. I'm not going to lie, the card is a bit mid. It gets better as it goes on. Obviously, you've got some ranked guys: Jan Blachowicz, Navho Sterling, Uros Medic, big test in his hometown. All the pressure is on him to deliver. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to go through every fight on the card, break down every fight, and give my prediction as to who I think will win each fight. Let's get straight into it. Marriott, it doesn't work. I love this website, it just never works. Mariana Spasic versus Stephanie Luciano in the strawweight division. I had to do a lot of research for this card as there's a lot of random European prospects and prospects who I've never heard of, and many of you guys probably haven't. But Mariana Spasic is from Serbia, 7-1. I do think she's a bit of a can crusher though at Brave FC. She's a kickboxer, striker. She's got very limited grappling. And I do think Stephanie Luciano will exploit that here. I think she'll take Mariana Spasic down, take the back, submit her here pretty easily. I don't think Mariana Spasic is all that on the ground. I quite like Stephanie Luciano. She's only young, improving every fight. I like her losses, losing to Sam Hughes in a split decision isn't awful. It's not great, obviously, to lose, but if you're going to lose, you want to lose to someone that's semi-decent because in WMA, they're either cans, mid, or like elite, and you've got your Kayla Harrisons. I think Stephanie Luciano is around that mid area of WMA. Mariana Spasic she's pretty one-dimensional. She's only a striker. However, it is in her home country. For her to win, she's going to have to guard that early, put the pressure on Luciano, but I don't see her doing that. She's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, which is very low. I think Luciano's a brown belt, something like that. Much better grappler. I think she'll take her down here, take the back, and get a submission win here. Not all that awful fight, really, to start the card. Good for the Serbians, but no one knows who Mariana Spasic is unless you're Serbian. Let's be honest. Moving on to the heavyweight division, we have Jovan Lecker versus Alexander Popek. That is not Alexander Popek. That is Jimenez, I think his name is, the guy that he was meant to fight, Lecker, the guy that Josh Hockett knocked out. But I'm going to take Jovan Lecker here. He's a natural heavyweight. Alexander Popek is a light heavyweight, usually moving up, fights octagon, 6'1" to 6'4". Lecker's a much bigger guy, lighter man skill than Popek, but I don't think that's going to work here. Lecker's got a good chin, very durable, got the grappling in the back pocket. That's what I think he'll use here. I think he'll clinch up. He likes to get in the clinch, knees to the thigh, uppercuts up close, bit of dirty boxing. I think he'll take Popek down. He knows that he's got the size advantage. He's gonna blob max, if that's even a saying. I don't think it is. Wow, shut up. He's gonna clinch up, knees to the thigh, knees to the body, get the takedown, look for a submission or some ground and pound, or he could just stay on the feet. He's got some nasty hands, nasty power, very good striker. I like Jovan Lecky. He's only 24, fought in the contender series before. Good little prospect, only young. We need more of this. We need more young heavyweights in being signed. Half of the 38-year-olds that are like Austin Lane, etc., that are stuck around. Get some young prospects, make the heavyweight division great again. I'm going with Jovan Lecky here to KO Alexander Popek, whether that be on the feet, whether he takes him down, get some ground and pound. He's a better grappler. Popek's dangerous on the feet, but he's not a natural heavyweight. The size would be too much here, and Lecker will knock Popek out. Moving on to the women's bantamweight division, another Middle Eastern prospect, Nina Milosevic versus Hayley Cowan. But I like this Middle Eastern prospect. I like Nina Milosevic, if that's how you say her name. She's a very good striker, very good wrestling defense, and I don't think Hayley Cowan's going to have much for her. Hayley Cowan, dog shit on the feet. Elise Pereira slimed her out last time out. She's got nothing for Nina Milosevic on the feet. I've watched her fights. She's a very good striker, and also like her defense. Not only, she doesn't just defend the takedown, she transitions to the back, lands some nasty ground and pound, even takes the back. She's a much better striker, higher output, better footwork on the feet. She doesn't just plod around at range. I think she'll, I don't know here, because Hayley Cowan's going to come out. She's going to try and take Milosevic down. Milosevic will defend it. Whether she engages with her on the ground or not, who knows? She could do that. But I think she's going to want to keep it standing. She's a much better striker. She's going to back Hayley Cowan up and knock her out here. I don't think Hayley Cowan's good. I don't think she's UFC level. Like I said earlier, there's bottom of the barrel, there's mid, and there's elite, and she's for sure bottom of the barrel. She's a sacrificial lamb here. Nina Milosevic, a big favourite, rightfully so. I'm quite high on the hype here. I'll be very disappointed if she loses because Hayley Cowan's dog shit, so it's a lose-lose. And I think she will knock out Hayley Cowan here. Next up, Mateusz Rebecki versus Kyle Prepolek. And I love Mateusz Rebecki, but I hate him at the same time. He has zero IQ. He fumbles finishes all the time. Grant Dawson fight last time out. So annoying to watch. Had him rocked on the feet multiple times. Kept shooting takedowns. Why are you trying to go to the ground with Grant Dawson? He's got no chin. But whether the IQ is retarded enough or not, he is still more than good enough to beat Kyle Prepolek. A big favourite. Kyle Prepolek, he's got an alright chin. He can be durable for about a round and a half, but he's got no footwork. He's got no offense. He's got very limited. He doesn't really mix up the kicks. He's just heavily boxing, mid power. Against BSD, got ragdolled. Against Drew Dober, looked a bit better. Got some sloppy kicks, some decent boxing defense. He's got a bit of a chin. But that's against Drew Dober. Karl Prepolek isn't Drew Dober's type of suspect, so he took it a bit easy on him. But Rebeski here won't be taking it easy on Karl Prepolek. Much better striker. And also, Rebeski's chin is incredible. However, a lot of scar tissue, so he could cut open pretty easily here. But Rebeski can take Prepolek's best shot with ease here and just eat it, laugh it off. He's been in some wars. But can he, though? He's been in the wars with Dawson, Klein, Duncan, etc. So maybe the chin's worse, and this would be a major, major disappointment if Rebeski loses here. He is a lot smaller than Prepolek. Prepolek's a big lightweight, but I don't think he's got anywhere near enough skill to beat Rebeski here. I think Rebeski out-volume Karl Prepolek, eventually crumble him, maybe some body kicks, Rebeski mix it in, back him up against the cage, and get the knockout here. Rebeski's a much better striker than Prepolek. I'm not going to overthink it, even if Rebeski's fight IQ is non-existent. He is better than Karl Prepolek everywhere, and will beat Karl Prepolek here. Moving on to a featherweight fight, Denis Bazooka versus Bogdan Grad. And wow, great performances from these two guys last time out. Bazooka got slammed out by Maurizio Barbosa and Bogdan Grad by Luke Riley. I mean, fair play, they're two great featherweight prospects. And that just shows that neither of these two guys are all that, nothing special. Bogdan Grad striking is very limited. So is Denis Bazooka, though. Denis Bazooka isn't much better than Bogdan Grad. He's a better striker. This isn't a really good fight, let's be honest. This is a dog shit fight. Bogdan Grad at minus 200 here. This should be a pick'ems fight, but I'm going to go with Bogdan Grad. I think his wrestling is better than Denis Bazooka. We've seen Bogdan Grad get takedowns on decent guys, Luke Riley, Naimov even in that fight. I know he lost. He got the takedowns on him. Whereas we've seen Bazooka been held down before. Francis Marshall did it to him, etc. Both guys have been chinned, so they're going to be a bit hesitant on the feet. Although neither guy has, Bogdan Grad hasn't got the striking of Barbosa and Bazooka hasn't got the striking of Riley. But I see this being a sloppy, hard-fought decision where Bogdan Grad edges the rounds out by getting a couple of takedowns, pretty mid on the feet, a lot of clinch. I think Bogdan Grad is a better grappler. Also been training at GBT, Great Britain top team. Great training partners there, Nathaniel Wood, Lorna Kavanagh, etc. And Nick Bagley, however that guy's name is, the Cage Warriors guy. Some good comp there. Whereas Bazooka's been a bit, changing his team around. 1 minute he's with Aljo and all them lot at Syndicate, I think that's what it's called. Then he's in Albania, etc. He's got Bogdan Grad. He seems more solid and what am I on about? Seems more content with his team. I think both guys are kind of fighting for their contracts here. As they've both got a couple of losses. I'm going with Bogdan Grad. He's going to take down Bazooka, see out a couple of rounds and win a pretty boring decision here. Neither guys are good on the feet. Bogdan Grad's a good wrestler. Bazooka's just kind of mid everywhere. Moving on to the bantamweight division where we've got Mark Vologdin versus Borislav Nikolic. Clearly not. That is Mark Vologdin, and that is Jordi Masasa who pulled out. Nikolic is in to replace him. I'm going to go with the short notice replacement here, Nikolic. I am a bit worried though, short notice. Vologdin, it's very durable, high output, but same old with Mark Vologdin. I know that he's 5'3". 5'3". The guy isn't a bantamweight. He's going to get Nikolic. He's 5'9". A brawler in the pocket. He can be taken down. So if I'm Vologdin, I'm looking for takedowns here. But Vologdin isn't the best grappler himself. Vologdin gets hit a lot. I think Nikolic can pop his jab here, stay at range, chop the low kicks, catch Vologdin as he's coming in. I think he gets a late knockout here. I like Vologdin. He's a fun guy, an absolute brawler in the pocket. Durable, great watch. He always brings it. Draw him with John Castaneda, one of the best fights ever on Contender Series. But, I'm going to say the same boring thing. He's not a bantamweight. 5'3" nowadays, he's not a bantamweight. That would run back in 2005. And you got Demetrius Johnson, etc. Guys like that in the bantamweight division. He couldn't even do it back then. So he's too small for the bantamweight division. Nikolic is a good striker. I think he will knock out Mark Vologdin here. He's a fun guy. But both guys... Oh, thank you, PlayStation. Both guys brawl in the pocket. I think it'll be a war. I think Nikolic comes out victorious. Oh dear. Next up, Orban Elliott versus Michael Oliveira. Sadly, I'm going with Michael Oliveira here. I like Orban Elliott, fun guy. Was he from the UK? I want to see him be victorious. But this ain't it, bro. This ain't the matchup. What is his manager doing, taking this after losing his last two fights? Like he looked great against I can't remember the guy's name. He's that irrelevant. He barely beat Temba Garimbo last time out. Mikalev. looked good in that first round, piecing him up on the feet, shot a takedown. Mikolev reversed it, took him down, choked him out. Orban Elliott, come on now, stupid fight IQ. But you are going to need to do this here in this fight if you're going to be victorious. He needs to get on the takedowns early, on the pressure early, backing Oliveira up with the kicks. Oliveira is a great striker at LFA, the Contender Series, a nasty knockout over Victor Venezuela, who's in the UFC now for some reason. He is dog shit, but you got to win in the UFC, so wow. Michael Oliveira here, he's gonna back on Orban Elliott up here, knock him out. He may have a scrappy first round where Elliott gets a takedown. Elliott's got some alright wrestling, but he's not elite. You know, we've seen Song Hyun Kyo expose that, and then we've seen him get exposed by Lebon Sniani. So MMA math doesn't work, but Orban Elliott, a good scrapper on the feet. He's got a good chin. I think he'll take him late into the fight. I don't think it'll be a round one slime out. I think Elliott will get a couple of takedowns, but Oliveira's grappling has passed every test so far on the regional scene. Getting up, he's fought a couple of jiu-jitsu guys that wanted to just hug his leg, and he's got some great power, great boxing. He's very composed on the feet, kind of like a Teba Gautier, kind of where he's quite hesitant, mixes up to the body, doesn't just all in the pocket like Francis Ngannou on the come up. Very calm on the feet. I like Orban Elliott. He's got a good chin from the UK, but Oliveira's going to back him up and eventually drown him and knock him out here, sadly. You know, Orban Elliott, why are you taking this fight? It's like Urseg, why are you taking a fight with Tamirov? Like, what are these managers doing? Come on now. Oliveira's going to knock out Orban Elliott, sadly, here. On now to the headline of the prelims. We have Ludovic Klein versus Tafiq, the dirty cheat Masaev. Disgusting performance last time out against Ignacio Bahamondes. Referees are just so good in the UFC. I love the referees in the UFC. Great at their job. I'm going with Ludovic Klein here, though. Be it dodgy as Tafiq Masaev, if you take away the cheating, he isn't utter dog shit. I know he got smudged by Ulrbai, but that's Ulrbai. Ulrbai is very good, as boring as he is. He's a good wrestler. Very good guy. Why do I sound like Donald Trump? I'm going with Ludovic Klein here. Much better striker. Good grappling defense. You know, to beat Ludovic Klein, you've got to be an elite grappler or some nasty striker. I don't think Tafiq Masaev is either. You know, we've only seen Ludovic Klein get out grappled really by Gamrot. That's Mateus Gamrot. He's win over Roman Sarukian, the dark horse of the division. Obviously, Oliveira beat him, but you know, that's Oliveira. Oliveira's good. But Ludovic Klein's striking's much better here. He's a bit smaller than Masaev. I didn't think that was the case. I thought Ludovic Klein was the bigger guy. Apparently not, but the UFC website's never accurate. But I'm favouring Ludovic Klein here. I think he's higher output on the feet. Masaev, you know, he could cheat you, you know what I mean? A couple of eye pokes, a couple of low blows. I bet you Masaev low blows Ludovic Klein or pokes him in the eye. But Masaev, in that fight against Bahamondes, you have to think he did hold him down for the majority of those rounds. I know he cheated to get in there and he headbutted him, etc. Very good guy on the ground, on top control. He doesn't really have good takedowns, but he can hold you there. Bahamondes is a good guy in this division. As he trains with Bilal Muhammad. You know, that's not a great look nowadays, but good guy. But I think Ludovic Klein's a much better striker. I like his kicks to the body. He's gonna molest Tafiq Masaev here with kicks. Hopefully, leave him twitching unconscious in the octagon, and get a knockout here. And maybe get his chance in the rankings again. I know he's kind of on, Gamrot's fraud checked in, but that's Gamrot. I like Ludovic Klein, good striker. If I just take away my hatred for Tafiq Masaev, he's a better striker. Grappling is pretty even. Ludovic Klein can even get his own takedowns here. He's got probably a grappling advantage. But Masaev's got good top control, not really getting you there. Well, I'm going with Ludovic Klein. Spam the kicks on Masaev, hurt him to the body, finish him off in the later rounds. On now to the main card, and a lot of fucking research has had to be done here because more random Europeans. We've got Serbian in Milos Jankic, great website, doesn't load, can't get a picture, can't just Google it. Someone at this $7 billion company can't just go on Google and just add a fucking picture to a website. I can do it, I live in my fucking bedroom all day. He can't. Well, anyway, Milos Jankic versus Noah Gugnon. Serbian versus a French. I'm going to go with Noah Gugnon here. I don't know if it's an underdog pick. I'm going to assume it's in Serbia. They're going to favour the Serbians. Milos Jankic, like this next Serbian guy I'm going to get to in a minute, he's a brawler in the pocket, and that's it. He's not got much technique. His wrestling is dog shit. Every single fight, he gets taken down. I think Noah Gugnon's going to run a grappling train on him early. Gugnon's got some good takedowns. I'm just going to call him Noah. I can't call him Gugnon. I can't take him seriously. Noah. Who's Noah? Noah is a decent grappler. Good striker as well, very good striking. He could even win on the feet, but I think he's going to get the pressure early, take Jankic down. Jankic is going to come out like a steam train, try and knock him out. If you actually look at Jankic's topology, he's been doing some bare knuckle boxing, kickboxing, etc. His head isn't fully in the MMA game. He very well could knock out Gugnon here early. This is a 50-50 fight. Both guys are good, powerful strikers, but I like Gugnon's grappling here. Gugnon's got the grappling with the striking, whereas Jankic, more of a striker. He is older, more experienced. I think he's 22, not 22, 32, 29, something like that. Gugnon's only like 26. He's on a 6-fight win streak, 5-fight win streak, 6-fight win streak, all by finish, ground and pound, rear naked chokes. Very good guy on the ground, very dangerous with the ground and pound. So is Jankic, to be fair. Both guys have good ground and pound. I can actually see Gugnon shooting a sloppy takedown and Jankic just TKOing him with some ground and pound. But I'm going to trust in Gugnon here. 50-50 fight. I guarantee that the whole MMA community's picks are going to be dog shit this card because it's full of cans and randoms that nobody really knows. A lot of weird matchups, 50-50 fights all over. But I'm going to trust in the Frenchman to beat the Serbian. On now to a middleweight fight. Another Serbian debutant, Vlasto Sepo. He is dog shit. But Gilbert Urbina is dog shit. I so badly want to pick Urbina. I put a tweet out about it. I've been picking him all week, but I've changed my mind. I've actually watched Urbina's fights and Sepo's. Sepo is shit and he's going to get slammed out by anyone decent in his middleweight division. But Urbina is just dog shit, you know. He's not even in Serbia as we speak on the week of the fight. He's still in America. He's probably on the plane as we speak. He's going to be jet lagged to shit. He's got no chin. But people forget, man, he did drop Uros Medic in that first round. We haven't seen him since then. But Seppo's a brawler, gets in the pocket, swings like a madman, incredible pace, but his defense is dog shit. Grappling is sus. If this was anyone UFC caliber and not Gilbert Urbina, I would probably pick against him, but it's in Serbia at middleweight. Urbina's not even a middleweight, really. I'm going to go with Seppo. I don't think he's good at all. Watch some of his fights back. He literally lost. He got absolutely destroyed by some Polish unk. Got taken down, ground and pounded, held down. He's not good at fighting, but he's going to beat Gilbert Urbina. I so badly want to pick Urbina, but I just know he's going to get slammed out. If Urbina wins, just know I know that Seppo is shit, okay? But I'm going with Seppo here. He's going to back Urbina up. Urbina has an awkward tendency to just trade in the pocket when he's got no chin. He's got a bit of pop, you know, he could knock out Seppo here if he crashes in like he did to Medic, just check hook. I won't be surprised if it happens. He could also run a grappling train on him, but Urbina isn't a high-level grappler. Seppo's not either, but Seppo's good enough to scramble and get out of dangerous positions and knock him out on the feet. I don't rate Seppo at all, but Urbina's even worse. Next up, another middleweight slop fight between two of some of the guys at the bottom of the barrel, but both guys are coming off of a win. How ridiculous does that sound to say? Dordovic submitted. Who did he? Jose Medina and Valentin submitted LeBlanc, two of the worst guys to ever fight in the UFC. It gives me hope that I could fight in the UFC one day. I've never been in a gym in my life. Never made gym. There's no reason for there to be an underdog or a favourite in this fight. Both guys aren't good. Both guys are the same. Like, one guy's bald, one guy looks a bit better than the other. You know, true BP here. Valentin looks better. Same guy. I'm waffling. I'm going to go with Dusko Tordovic. Underdog pick in Serbia. He's not awful. He's got some alright boxing. Valentin is shit on the feet. Let's just be honest. Both guys are mid on the feet. I think Tordovic is going to get a takedown here. Take the back of Valentin and submit him. I'm praying it's a first round submission, otherwise we're going to have to watch 15 minutes of dog shit striking between two guys who can't strike. So that could happen here. Both guys could be afraid to go to the ground, could latch up a guillotine on a sloppy takedown. But I'm going to go with Dusko Tordovic. He's actually got some decent power as well, decent ground and pound. Like, you look at Tordovic's career, he's beaten everyone that is shit, and as soon as he fights, that's not filling me with confidence. But when he fights someone decent, like as an example, let me check what I wrote down now and remember. Abdul Malik, Trayshawn Gore, etc. That's not great. But whenever he fights someone that's bottom of the barrel, he beats him. Same as Valentin, Finney. Ryan Loder knocked out Robert Valentin, and I'd say Tordovic is a better striker than Ryan Loder. I'm going with Tordovic, new gym in the hometown. I'm not confident at all. Both guys are shit. I'm going with Tordovic though. On to the feature fight. Rakic heavyweight debut versus crafty vet Marcin Tybura. And we can see he's slowly fading. And McQueen is fading. He's gone from top 10 to like number 8, number 7 gatekeeper. He's fallen to number 12 and he's only getting older. He's only getting worse. Tyrell Fortune pieced up Tybura last time out. Beat him at his own game, blobbing in the clinch and the takedowns. I'm going with Alexander Rakic here. I'm not going to... Rakic is a good striker. Nuked by Nurmagomedov. I know he hasn't won a fight in 5 years. That's not a good look. But think of who he's fighting. Tybura's robbing Mick Parky and beating Jonata Deniz. Rakic is going to war with Yuri Praska, beating him in the first round. Competitive decision from Magomed Ankalaev. As Matt Mirzakhanov, I know he lost. I know he's losing, but he's more competitive. Imagine Martin Tybura versus Ankalaev. Imagine Tybura versus Praska. I know it's a different division. Rakic's takedown defense is solid. No one really shoots takedowns on him. I'm worried about the chin though. He's at 205. But who does Martin Tybura knock out? Like Tybura hasn't got the pop on the feet. He could blob him in the clinch, but Rakic is bigger than Tybura frame wise. He's not got the belly, but Tybura isn't even, he looked a bit leaner against Tyro Fortune. And he's only getting older. He's getting slower. He's getting worse. Guys are figuring him out. Leave the football before the football leaves you. Marcin Tybura. Rakic is going to knock him out here. Kicks to the body will be key here. Staying at range, chopping the leg. I could even see him sniping him with a straight right. Lighter man skill. The footwork is going to be key for Rakic here. Tybura's just going to blob forward. I'm sorry, Marcin Tybura fan on Twitter. If this offends you, you're not going to see this anyway. But Tybura's shit. Rakic is going to knock Tybura out. And if Rakic loses to Tybura, retire from the sport of MMA. There's no hope for you. Rakic by knockout. Tybura's crafty. He's got a decent chin in the clinch, the odd takedown. He can just lay on you and blob you. I've not seen Rakic get a blob by the elite light heavyweights, so why would I pick Tybura to do it to him? Tybura's getting worse, losing to Fortune, etc. And I've already mentioned this. Rakic is a better striker. Tybura's getting worse every fight. Rakic, new division, new and improved, hopefully. I'm going to go with him here to knock out Marcin Tybura. In Belgrade as well, he's Serbian. Is he Serbian? I think he's Serbian. It says Austria. I think he's Serbian. European fight, hometown fight, new debut, new Rakic, knockout by Tybura. Knockout against Tybura, sorry. On to the co-main event, and this is the most competitive fight on the card. I still don't know. I make notes for every fight on the card. I pick before I film. I'm yet to pick. I still don't know. See, I'm not leaning to either guy. I'm just thinking Jan Blachowicz, 43, been there, done it, got the t-shirt. I know it's a sport with no t-shirts, but former champ. Look at the guys he's beat. Look who he's fighting. Alex Pereira arguably beat him. Guskov arguably beat him. Allberg, the champ, arguably beat him. Ankalaev, very good in that fight. He's competitive with the top of the division, but he's injured again. A lot since he's not fought in nearly a year. Navajo Sterling, a hot prospect, but look, how can you go from Ion Kutalaba to Jan Blachowicz? Even at 43, Bruno Lopez to Kutalaba was a big step up. And he passed that test. But did he really pass it in flying colours? Kutalaba had the guillotine pulled on him. A lot of fucking good wrestling on him. The Kimura in the second round. Competitive on the feet. I'd say Sterling was winning on the feet. But wasn't really he's gone out there and slammed him out in the first round. Clear night and day better. Oh, I don't know the pick. I hate MMA. The odds are very disrespectful. It shouldn't be this wide. It should be like that, really. I'm going to go with Navajo Sterling. I think he's quicker on the feet. Good kickboxer. He's dealt with the kicks that Blachowicz will throw at him. I don't think Jan is as good of a wrestler as people are painting him out to be. Guskov was able to take him down and dominate him. And the fact that he went to war with Guskov, he got 10-8 in the second round. That doesn't fill me with confidence when I see Guskov against Ankalaev. I know it's completely different. I'm going to go and have her Sterling. I think he's going to land the crisper shots on the feet. He would have improved the takedown. What does worry me though is it's short notice. I saw a clip from some interview where he's like, I was on a bender in Japan, come back, short notice. But he's young, he can do that. Like he said in that interview, he's young. He's got nothing to lose, which again makes him more dangerous. I do think it goes to a decision, and I think Navajo Sterling gets the nod. It'd be a very close competitive fight. Nobody knocks Jan Blachowicz out. Or do they? Is Navajo going to do it? I'm going to go with Navajo Sterling. It's a very close fight. It's a lot closer than the odds are saying. I think Jan's too slow on the feet. Sterling's faster. Jan just marauds forward, low kicks. He's got power, but he's not got the speed to set it up. Navajo will stay at range as he always does. He's a CKB guy. That is how you beat him. Allberg did it to him. It wasn't impressive. It wasn't fun. It wasn't entertaining. Stay at range, pop the kicks, pop the jab, defend the takedowns. What does worry me though is Jan could shoot on Navajo here, but Jan doesn't really shoot as often as you think. I think Navajo Sterling does it. Competitive decision. where he damages the nose of Yan. Yan's got a lot of scar tissue. Guskov cut him open bad last time out. Navajo's young, and I think he gets himself a 29-28 decision win. Jan Blachowicz here. Very risky, very good fight. So competitive. Either guy could win this. I'm going to go with the younger guy though. Very risky, but I'm trusting in Navajo Sterling. On now to the main event, and this is a much easier fight to pick than the co-main event. I'm going to go with Uros Medic. It's pretty obvious. A lot of people are doing it. I understand he's got a glass chin. He's got no chin, but if you've got a glass chin, it's all about who lands first, and Uros Medic is going to land first against D-Rod. He's 10 times faster than D-Rod. I rewatched the D-Rod versus Kevin Holland fight, and oh my god, he is sloppy as shit. He's just charging forward like this. He's not even throwing proper hooks at Kevin Holland. Obviously, he'd beat me up and he could kill me, but he's fighting Uros Medic. Nasty striker, so fast on the feet, so much power. I know he's a glass cannon, and I've seen Punialo Soriano slime him out. This fucking bum dropped him in the first round. He can eat a shot. He can eat a shot. He's not as bad as people are saying. I think he can eat a D-Rod shot. If D-Rod stuns him in the first round, I think he can recover. He's so fast, faster on the feet than D-Rod. To beat Medic, you've got to have power. D-Rod's not got power. He's more of a volume guy. Or you've got to be a good grappler, and D-Rod isn't a good grappler. You know, Kevin Holland in that Kevin Holland fight didn't want to engage in the round at all. Kevin Holland was getting takedowns on him. This is a layup. It's a layup for the Serbian. They want to build it into this market. I don't know why, as he's the big guy really, and he's not all that. You know, I think he could get up into that top 5, top 10 range, but is he going to beat an Islam Makhachev, Gary, a Prates? I don't know. Who knows? He's powerful, but I think he gets past D-Rod here in the first round. Pretty anticlimactic. D-Rod will probably throw a couple of jabs at him, 1-2, back Medic up, charge into the pocket. Medic counter left hand straight right down the middle as he's crashing in, knock him out in the first round, get the highlight reel that they want. They're building a Serbian star, they're building a Canadian star, they're building these guys up. I understand what they're doing, they're going to a new market, they want the star. He's going to beat D-Rod, get the first round knockout. You know, it's nothing special. D-Rod is alright, but he's not really ranked level, is he? I know he's ranked, but it's a layout for Uros Medic, and I think he gets it done here. So yeah, they are my picks. Do you agree with me? I'm going with Medic, Navajo Sterling, Rakic, Tordovic, Seppo, Noah, Klein, Michael Oliveira, Nikolic, Bogdan Grad, Rabetsky, Milosevic, Leka, and Stephanie Luciana. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Goodbye.